Weekly Toast.
How old are you guys? What grade?
I'm in 8th, yeah.
8th, 13. So do you guys believe that global warming is real?
Yeah.
No. I think it's probably the biggest issue our generation is going to have to face.
I think it's bigger than most people think.
Are you worried about it?
Yes and no.
I am really worried, but we're not supposed to just throw the earth away. That's what we're doing.
Not so much for myself, but for my grandchildren, you know. I don't know, if it's changing, it's very slow.
I think the problem is that people don't see it as an immediate threat, so they don't think they have to act on it now. This whole global warming thing could happen, but it won't be in my lifetime.
I don't think that's going to affect all the time right now. You know, I think we need to take some steps towards, you know, a better future, but right now I'm not too worried about it.
What grade are you guys in? Yeah. Raise your hand really high if it's a big problem, kind of high if it's a little problem. Wow.
I'm not standing up to
We're seeing a big response here. Are you guys doing anything personally to you know, stop global warming?
Not really.
Not really.
Not like actively, not really.
No.
No, I was actually just gonna say, I mean, I was among one of those people saying, oh hey, global warming. Me too. I wear shorts. Yeah.
I don't think I'm doing as much as I could be. I try to save energy and we use those crazy like curly pigtail light bulbs.
Recycle?
Take shorter showers. Yes, I do. Do you do time with showers?
You can use those light bulbs that are like energy.
Oh yeah. You can get solar panels on your house. You take the boss.
I was going to have a little performance of blowing up my car and everyone be holding hands, dancing around an exploding car. But then people would just be like, you're crazy, so you just exploded your car. And now I have no wheels and I can't pay for it or anything.
Dude, what are you thinking? Since you're going to be a regular correspondent, Sam, I've decided that you can have like a code name. What would you like it to be?
Deadeye.
Deadeye?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened this week in the Supreme Court?
There was a ruling
in favor of allowing the EPA to regulate carbon dioxide emissions.
Climate change causing emissions.
I think this is the first time they recognize that greenhouse gas, carbon dioxide, and maybe some others are hurting people's health.
The reason that's important is that they've been avoiding it thus far by saying it's maybe not within their jurisdiction, so this ruling saying it is within their jurisdiction sounds like it will in effect force them to regulate things like carbon dioxide emissions.
So this is a victory for planet Earth.
Do you think that our government is doing enough to fight global warming? No!
To be doing enough, they'd probably have to be doing something.
I don't really think that, you know, they're doing enough for it.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's really bad and sort of shocking, all the stuff about how the administration actually pressured and sent threatening letters to NASA scientists not to release information about climate change.
The government is beholden to industry, so whatever industry wants is what the government's going to do.
Their constituencies are larger industries that are polluting.
What's happening on the Earth right now?
Well, it's pretty obvious that, in January it was 65 degrees out.
Polar bears are dying. The icebergs are melting, and so they're stuck getting farther and farther away from each other, and they can't swim those long distances, so they're stuck on these little islands without enough food.
Like places will go underwater and stuff like that.
We lose Florida, might lose California.
Would you be sad about that if we lost Florida?
It's not the end of the world, right? If we lose California.
Near the equator, there are a lot of developing countries who are going to be in deep trouble from droughts and severe weather.
Poor nations who have the least resources to cope with it are going to be the ones who get screwed, even though it's us in the developed countries that are producing all the carbon emissions and so forth.
Like, Sophie, these polar bears are dying. You have to turn off the light. She's like, Estelle, you're so silly. I'm like, I'm not silly. These polar bears are dying. God.
1 being like the world as it is now, and 10 being like the apocalypse. How bad do you think things are gonna get?
I'll probably live to see at least a 6.
8? 6.
I don't think they're going to be actual flying horsemen, but 6 or 7. I'm only saying a sort of low number because like biblical apocalypse has lots of monsters and like really bad things.
Would you like an agent name? How about Agent Fifi? 00 Lamo. Well, what about Sasquatch then? How about Chewbacca? Walking Hulkathon. The girl from Ipanema.
No.